This is the main stage.
Yes, this wonky candle, which always bothers me.
What?
Okay, good. It doesn't want to stay straight.
No.
It's Pride Month.
All right.
I respect your decision.
It's next to Elvira.
Well, yeah.
Well, who is the icon of the gay community? Okay, so welcome back to AIYA Hong Kong. It's Friday the 13th.
Yes.
Which is very spooky, and we are gonna talk about the spookiest theme of them all. Dating. Yeah. I have been single for the past 6 months, so I have no fun stories for you guys. I've been just abstinent. I'm a Virgin Mary. Got my virginity back.
Pure.
So pure. I was just like enjoying myself. Like I wasn't going on dates. I wasn't even seeking any attention. I was just relaxing.
Isn't it the new thing now?
Yeah, the lonely man pandemic, which they caused.
Let them be lonely.
And Alice is happily married, so no fun stories from her either. And that's why we've got some juicy stories from our followers. We were submitted some juicy stories
From multiple sources.
We'll just read the stories and react. It's Friday the 13th. What is scarier than a man? Than dating a man?
Honestly, I can't. I mean, the whole man versus the bear thing.
Right?
I mean...
And now it's man versus like 100 gorillas or something? Have you seen the new one? Yeah.
On Threads, it's always, would you rather be in a room of 20 trans women, 1 man, or 50 lesbians? And I'm like...
I mean, come on. Obvious choices, no?
I'd rather be anywhere other than in a room with 1 man.
Exactly.
Like...
Scary.
I don't...
Scary.
Yeah.
Scary.
But so weird. Why are we... These things on Threads, they're there to divide people.
Yeah.
We're not here to divide people. We're here to unite people with these crazy dating stories for us all to be like, oh my God.
Crazy. It's called Time for a Story. They say never hook up with your colleague. But of course, I didn't listen. We had a fling for a couple of months, and it was fine and lovely. We ended mutually, and luckily, things were never awkward in the office.
Okay. Well, this is boring.
We'll get there. Okay. I wouldn't say we were friends, but we didn't dislike each other. About a year after we ended, that's a long time.
Yeah.
He called me over to his desk. So I wheeled my chair along. We were working on a project together, so when he asked me to read the document on his screen, I thought nothing of it. It took me a good few seconds to realize what I was reading. A clunky story of a tall, handsome man having sensual with a British girl who had long dark hair and nipple piercings.
He wrote a story about them. Oh my God.
I'm pretty sure he thought of himself as tall and handsome because I'm British with long dark hair and nipple piercings. Yeah. So basically he wrote a fanfic about them a year later or something.
Oh, that's weird. But I think a lot of people write fanfic, but you don't share it with obviously the person that it's about.
Especially if you ended things like a year ago. How would you work with that person afterwards? How would you react to that? I would be just like
knowing that for the past year they've been writing a smut about your encounters.
So this whole time you're pretending to be cool with each other, but they are thinking about you.
And he's still fantasizing about her. This is weird.
Yeah. I don't like this. I don't like this.
This guy is creepy.
I want to know the follow-up for this story because I want to know, did they continue the relationship? Did they hook up more? Or
after that?
I don't know. People are different.
Yeah,
some people might like it.
Some people might be, wow. I'm so flattered that you enjoyed our sexcapades so much that you wrote smut about.
Some people might be corny about this shit. I don't know.
It's really like you with Joe in the office, writing about him and Bronte.
Oh, ew.
And then
creeped out.
When he
I would be
was-
so creeped out. Ooh.
No, because in the show, when he was writing it, he was actually
Pleasuring himself.
I need to start with the hand.
No, but I'm sorry. People,
he, obviously.
he would be doing the same shit because
For sure.
if you're writing things like that, it's not just for your, writing pleasure.
No.
No. Ew. I would just think
Not-
about leaving this place and
Yeah, well, because it's heavy Joe Goldberg.
Yes.
I'd be scared.
I'd be scared as well, yeah.
That's some psychopath shit.
Yikes.
If a woman
Yikes.
did it, I'd be like, literary shit. No. It's still weird. No,
It's still weird.
It's
Yeah,
still
yeah,
weird. It's still weird, especially if you show it to that person that you wrote it about.
Right? Why though? He was definitely hoping for something.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Oh, how would you react in this situation? I don't know.
Would you be flattered or would you be fearful?
But yeah, I would love to know the follow up. Like,
Yeah,
what's
me
the
too.
story? Like, did he resign? Did she resign? Did they just connect again or
Did
whatever?
you go to HR?
Yeah, right? So we can go back to the beginning of the story. Never hook up with your colleague.
No.
I agree with that. Yeah, don't do that,
Um,
please. It always creates
But some people end up getting married to the people that they meet at work.
rare cases, but you never know.
It's
It's creates a lot of
What's that
tension.
saying? Like, don't something where you something.
Don't
There is a
li-
saying.
Don't litter where you eat or something.
I'm pretty sure it's not
Something
that,
along
but I was
those
gonna
ways.
say something worse. I was gonna say don't shit where you swim. It's not that. It's not that.
I think it's something about litter where you live or sleep or eat or something like that.
Don't litter where you live. Don't shit where you swim.
And don't hook up with your colleagues.
And tell us the correct phrase.
So, Alice, I will pass to you
Okay.
the next story from another person.
This is from another source.
It will be
A different sauce.
juicy.
It's juicier, I think.
Okay.
Also because we'll say it afterwards.
Okay.
Okay. I matched with a local comedian on Tinder. He super liked me, which means he paid for Tinder Premium.
Cringe.
And we texted pretty non-stop for a week before we ended up meeting each other in Central on a night out. We went home together and the next morning he said he would text me later and we made plans for later that week. I didn't hear from him again until literally a week later, I bumped into him on the MTR on the way to the
Yikes.
airport to
Yikes.
drop off my friend. I greeted him, told him where I was going, and made a joke about how I was leaving Hong Kong forever. He replied with, "Good riddance."
Rude.
And was overall really rude and standoffish towards me. I don't know what I did to upset him, but it was clear he was no longer interested. I thought that was the end of him. Except, oh, they just keep coming back,
Oh
don't they?
my god, don't they?
Except he kept sending me really bad boomer memes on Instagram after 2 a.m. until I told him to stop because it was getting weird. My friends happened to have seen one of his sets
Oh my
and they say
God.
it was the most unfunny thing they have ever seen. So clearly, I dodged a bullet. They didn't say who it was to keep the anonymity of this
Yeah.
person. We worked out who it was because we've seen them do a set years ago. Before this person even came to
Yeah.
Hong Kong. The person, the comedian, they weren't that funny. But we have problems with lots of the local male comedians anyway.
Oh
So
my god. The local comedians here are just lacking.
they just find misogyny so hilarious.
Yeah.
All their jokes are painfully misogynistic to the point of
I'm traumatized by that time when we went to an open mic, right?
Yeah.
So
But he's a famous comedian.
yeah.
That guy.
Yeah.
He didn't. I'm like, what is he doing at an open mic? And they said, oh, he's testing his material. Well, it flatlined
I know.
because
I know.
we were with my friend who came to visit Hong Kong, and we were laughing at my friend who was making jokes about how shit his jokes were, and we were
which
laughing.
triggered that
Yeah.
person on stage even more. Oh my god.
We were laughing at my friend, and then he was like, "How did you pull these two girls. Oh, did you find he's so funny, huh? What's so funny about him? And we were like, I don't really think we gave him much response because he didn't deserve it.
No, yeah, we were just like,
he was making fun
crickets.
of you. Yeah, he was making fun of you being Russian.
Yes.
He was making fun of me being British.
Yep.
Like low-hanging fruit. Think of a cleverer joke.
Yeah.
This person, I remember, he was not funny, but also just his jokes were
About his race.
Yes, about his race. Yeah, which is also boring.
Yeah.
Think of something better. Stop self-deprecating.
True.
Because I'm just agreeing with you.
Then where's the fun in that?
Yeah, exactly.
Whatever.
Exactly.
The thing is also in Hong Kong, it's quite small.
Yeah.
So you are bound to bump into people that you might not want to bump into.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, because
Awkward.
the world here is so like
Which is
tight
why-
and small.
Why would you ghost someone here?
Exactly.
It's
Because people know.
you're gonna end up being
It's
in
like
a
a five
situation.
handshake situation.
I understand cutting people off because it's not a healthy
Yeah.
situation, but ghosting somebody
no.
when you are fine
Exactly.
and then also being weird to them, just like this guy at work.
Yeah.
If you end up not working together, if you're both in the same industry, let's say finance, you're going to be working in the same area of Hong Kong.
Exactly.
So you're going to bump into this person and it's just going to be
Awkward. And
awkward forever.
Yeah.
I feel so sorry. She said she dodged a bullet. Yes.
Yes.
Majorly.
Yes.
Because I've seen clips of his recent comedy things, and just like a lot of people here over the time of being here, I don't know what it is.
Depression.
Maybe working
Something,
hours
yeah.
alone.
Yeah. No.
Anyway, they gave me the ick when I saw them. So
Yeah.
when I saw them doing comedy.
And I wouldn't want to even try to date a comedian because
No.
they would immediately write jokes about you. I feel like a lot of
bad
them,
one?
yeah,
A bad one?
and a bad one as well.
No, because my favorite comedian or my style of comedy, I like James Acaster. Mm-hmm. He makes jokes about jam. I like comedy that doesn't really involve. He makes history jokes.
Yeah.
Self-deprecating or making jokes about this region of people or this race of people or women or
Yeah.
no,
Yeah.
not funny.
There is a fine line.
But
There is.
all
Yeah.
the local comedians are like this.
I
Most
think
of them.
so. I think so.
Apart from that one we did see on that night that got the least amount of other people laughing, but we were laughing a lot. It was awkward comedy. Very awkward.
Yes, I remember.
it was-
Yeah.
I remember it being about like computer code or something really abstract that you actually had to think about to find funny. And
Yeah.
we were the only three who were laughing, and everybody else was like drunk and they wanted jokes about women.
Haha.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Basically.
Yeah.
But that guy was funny. I wish I
Yeah.
remember his name.
I know. We should go for some comedy night
should.
again and
But we should see the bitches in stitches, the female comedians, and see if they can.
Probably
now I'm
better.
saying that how hypocritical, because if the female comedians start making jokes about men, I'll be like, I'll be absolutely cackling.
the next one is international.
Oh, international.
The story is titled Voulez-vous coucher avec moi?
Ce soir.
Hong Kong is brimming with French people, so it was only a matter of time before I matched with one. He was an epitome of French stereotypes.
Okay.
Sophisticated, interested, and very sexual. Interested or interesting, I wonder?
I don't know, maybe interested in her or interesting.
Yeah, because it says interested. Okay,
It
whatever.
might- yeah.
On our third date, okay, they made it far. I had decided that it was their night to go home with him.
Why is it always the third date? It's like a rule.
Really?
Well, I mean,
I don't know. Like, I don't know. Like, I don't have much
either.
experience. Some people just do it on the first day, whatever. I'm not judging. I have no life, okay? I'm just sitting at home all the time. We spent the evening laughing and drinking wine, and I was about to suggest it was time to go home. I think he sensed what I was hinting at, as he said, "Can I ask you something?" "Yes," I replied, thinking it was going to be the obvious. "I hope this is okay to ask," he started. But, well, me and my friend, we like to, he paused, we like to F-U-C-K, the same girl at the same time.
Oh no.
Would you want a
Where's his friend right now? Is he just waiting somewhere?
in the closet?
Yeah, just waiting for the. Yep, good to go. He's just already there, like lubed up, condom ready, just like hard. Just, because okay, third date. He obviously he's picking up what she's putting down.
Yeah.
She's putting down or putting out, and she's making it obvious that she's ready, and he's there like, oh, okay, great. So actually, me and my friend,
Yes.
who just incidentally
Is under the bed.
yeah,
Ta-da!
he's just in, you know, on the
Or
ceiling,
like
Spider-Man.
he opens the bed, you know,
Yeah, I
he's
know what
just
you
there.
mean. Yeah. He's just
The blanket,
like,
ta-da.
under the blanket. It's like
This whole time. Just a
Ready.
little hump on the
waxed,
blanket.
just like good to go. Yeah, man, what the
Oh my god.
is that a French thing?
I
I
don't
say it as a
know.
British woman.
But I do agree there's a big French community in Hong Kong.
Yeah.
And what I've heard from others, because I don't have an experience, I told you, I'm just sitting at home.
I thought you did date a French guy.
No, I didn't.
No?
No.
No, okay. Okay.
Never happened.
Fake news.
Fake news.
Yeah, it was that one.
Yeah.
Hiding under the duvet. This is me.
Oh my god. Just came back home one day, he's there, and I'm like, what the Oh my god.
Oh, okay, calm down. Okay, no. We no.
Oh my god.
No.
Yeah, so
I mean, I okay. My friend is married to a French man, and he's
Yeah.
lovely. He's lovely.
of course
Yeah,
we can't
but
just like
no.
you know put everybody under
No,
the same umbrella.
That
but
would like we are one of those
Yeah.
shitty comedians.
Exactly,
Being like
no,
all
yeah.
French people, but
being said that you know she has a good experience,
Yeah.
I've heard from a lot of people here who
Yeah.
went on dates with French people.
Yeah.
Not a good experience.
I had the same thing
Yeah,
about people
yeah.
who went on dates with Italians, Spanish people.
Yes,
However,
all of those like yeah. Like,
but at the same time, I have another friend who's dating an Italian guy, and he's also a lovely guy.
you never
Absolutely
know.
lovely.
You just never
so
know.
it's-
Yeah.
there is no stereotype. It's just
Exactly.
certain-
Yeah.
Maybe there is, but I don't know. We don't have enough experience to say there is.
There need to be like a study, a social study.
I can tell you stereotypes
Yeah.
about British men. Well, just go down to one guy.
Oh.
They're all bald and
Oh,
ham-faced
yeah.
and waiting
Like-
for the Filipinos to get drunk enough to take them home.
Yes.
They're all British men.
Yeah.
In one shot.
Yeah.
Are they not? I'm pretty sure they're all British. They give
Yeah, they give the vibes.
But they're
yeah.
also not like young British guys. They're
Yeah, the old one. Yeah.
60, 70-year-old British men. The same men who you see in Thailand or Cambodia or these countries.
I mean, I understand then when a couple that has been together long enough to feel secure to talk about things like that and be like, oh, maybe we should explore something, you know, people are different. Some people really enjoy that experience. But when you like together,
And you agree.
secure about it and you agree and it's not like one person is pressuring another, you both came to this agreement.
Yeah, not on the third day.
But not on the third date.
No.
I feel it. No, hear me out. These two guys just want each other.
Of course.
But
Don't
they,
all straight men
Yeah.
just want straight men?
Yeah.
Straight men are the
Yeah.
gayest men,
they are though.
Stop it. Get some help.
whereas gay men love women.
Yeah. Controversial opinion, or maybe not so much. It depends on who's
I
the
don't give a shit
listener.
if it's
I don't.
controversial or not.
I feel like straight men hate women, and they are.
Isn't there enough international
Yeah.
examples to prove that by now?
We both watch Luxeria.
Yes.
And she is reacting to videos about the bride. Don't tell the bride.
This is a UK TV.
Yeah. And
They hate their wives.
they hate their wives and they're in love with their best mates.
They love their bros.
Yeah.
Them and their bros love Star Wars. They have
Yeah.
a Star Wars
Yeah.
wedding. Them and their bros love beer. They have a fucking beer wedding where the women are wearing German beer maid dresses.
Yep.
The bridesmaids. British men hate women.
No, I think straight man, straight white man. I don't know. Yeah, because
Unfortunately,
I
I don't know why I put my hand on wood. Touch wood.
Touch wood.
I mean, yeah, touch f***ing wood. I hope not. I hope not the majority of men hate women. Straight men hate women.
Yeah.
But the world is proving us otherwise.
Exactly.
Recently. Like my other half right now is having another romantic dinner with his friend in my house. He's cooking dinner for him. And then last time he picked me up and I was
my
like,
God.
did you and your friend have a lovely romantic dinner? And he was like, yeah, it was great. We had candles and chocolates and like he was going on with the joke. But some guys would be like, no, what the fuck?
yeah. Why would you say that?
Why would you say that? We didn't fuck. But that's because they were thinking about
Yeah.
wanting to.
Yeah. Going back to the story, I'm like, not convinced. You do you. So some people are so free and they don't care. They would do it.
Oh, they would
I
just be
think
like,
so.
Oh, no, for sure. I've met people here who, I mean, they came here when they were in their early 20s and they were just down for anything. When I came here in my early 20s, I was not down for anything, but I was more excited to do things. Like,
Yeah.
I went out drinking all the time.
Yeah.
I don't like people. I like getting drunk, but I like getting drunk with you. Not around a bunch of sweaty people, but I was like accepting drinks from everyone.
Yeah.
Because I was like 23. Also, a lot of the girls I met here, you know, teachers, they were doing this. They were going on multiple dates and they were just living. I never did that because I can't do that.
Yeah. Well,
I don't know.
when I was younger and I was already living here, I went on Tinder dates and I went like whatever I downloaded. What's out there? The other ones as well.
Coffee
Meets bagel and Hinge or not Hinge. Something. The other one where the girls message first. I don't even remember the names of these
I
platforms.
downloaded a Chinese one, and the logo was a fox. And I didn't realize that it was. I didn't realize I'd set my thing to both genders. But then I had these.
Damn.
No, the girls who were messaging me were so much hotter than the guys.
Yeah.
But I was like, I'm sorry, I'm straight at that time.
Yeah.
No, I still am, but I still look at women and I'm like, fuck me for not being a lesbian.
I know it's not a choice though, right? It's not a choice.
It's like Sabrina Carpenter. She was like, if God had only made me a lesbian, life would be so much easier.
Same.
All of the media that I consume and the people that I like, they're queer.
Yeah.
Even if they're married to even if they're
bestie.
like Trisha Paytas. I'm out myself as a Trisha Paytas fan. Even Trisha Paytas is married to a man, but she's queer and he's queer, even though they're in a heteronormative marriage, whatever. Yeah, I don't think I consume any media from any like fully straight person. Because usually if they're like a fully straight person in British media, maybe, no, in American media, definitely, that means they're far right conservative. In UK media, maybe not. There's quite a lot of, I think, straight people who seem to be more democratically inclined. I don't know if that's even the right word. Liberally inclined. But in American media...
Yeah.
If you're out there being like, I'm straight, then that's probably means you're also a MAGA supporter.
Yeah.
Did you see there's a straight pride flag?
Oh, yeah.
But it looks gayer than
I know, I saw it.
It looks gayer than the pride flag.
Oh my god. Even though I went on all of these like Tinder dates and whatever, it was never like intimate.
Yeah.
It was just a date.
Yeah,
But back then, I had more energy to meet people and talk to new people. Now I'm like, leave me alone.
You also
I
wanted
don't care.
people to show you around.
Yeah.
People who have been here longer.
But now I'm just,
You just let them come to you.
yeah.
Somehow.
I'm not gonna chase whatever will come to me.
I
I'll be single
a
forever.
reel that was like, the male loneliness epidemic. That must mean that lots of women are single, but why is there no female loneliness I can't speak. It's because they're thriving
Yeah.
without you.
Yeah.
They don't need you.
No. And also, who caused the male loneliness epidemic.
It was your own action.
Yeah, that's the
caused it.
consequences of your actions.
It was you not wanting us to be independent. And now we're intensely independent to the
Yeah.
point of not giving a shit whether you die alone or not.
Yep, it's very true. Oh, this episode. Oh my God.
Not the people who watch this podcast though. You're
Yeah.
all cool, and we hope you find the love of
Exactly.
your life, or not if you don't want to be with anyone.
I'm pretty sure there will be some people who are watching this episode and get really triggered.
Oh my God! Yeah, some
yeah.
of the comments that you get
Yeah.
are just steeped in misogyny in your reels.
I know.
Just absolutely disgusting.
I'm just
Like, why
minding my
would
own
you-
business and,
Yeah.
sharing some thoughts with people, and I'm getting some
like
backlash.
like comments being like, "Oh, so you went off birth control because you want to have a baby."
so out.
Is that kind of
Yeah.
You think that
Yeah.
all we care about is procreating?
No, ew. No.
Yeah.
The birth control narrative was so wild on my
but
channel.
why is that? Like the fact that that's controversial is
Yeah, how is it controversial?
it's so upsetting.
it's so upsetting.
It's so
yeah.
upsetting.
It's my body. I do whatever I want.
Yeah.
But not the pregnancy. That's not what I want. But it's so hard for people to understand that with their little brain.
But then also everything that we have said in the past hour, or everything that you have ever said, or everything, most of the things that we say about like female bodily autonomy or same-sex relationships or whatever the fuck, none of that should be controversial.
Close my phone.
And with the movie magic, you'll never even realize we were gone.
But we are about to tell you that I don't know when the previous sentence was cut off, because the camera was like, oh my God, too much hot topics. So I overheated. Yeah. Well, whatever we were saying.
Something
Forget
about
about it.
controversy.
Yeah.
And then let's see how controversial the next story is. Or not.
Oh, not.
It could be just...
Okay, so this is the last story that was submitted to us. So please, if you have some juicy stories, please
Feed
entertain us, feed us, send it to us. I love it. So the last story is called Will We, Won't We?
Oh, not... Okay.
Okay. I'm not afraid to say that I am picky with dates. I swipe right on only a handful of people, and I go on dates with even fewer.
Know your worth.
I had been on 2 dates with this guy. Let's call him S.
Oh, it's like
Oh,
Sex
yeah.
in the City.
But out of all the letters, S sounds like, S.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Both had gone well, and on the second, we had slept together. Oh, you see, second one.
Yeah.
No,
So
not
there's
the
no
third.
rule.
There's no rule. How would we know?
Just if
We
you're
don't
feeling
know.
it, you're feeling it.
Yeah.
And then you're feeling it.
I woke up to find that he had left my apartment without saying goodbye.
Oh, no. That's not good.
I texted him later that day, thanking him for a good time the night before. That's so sweet of her. A bit desperate, but okay, whatever. Days passed, and he didn't reply to me.
Okay.
Ouch. He never replied.
What's up with all these men ghosting? Like,
He'd also unmatched me. I hate that.
this is why the male loneliness epidemic is...
Yeah.
They brought it on themselves.
No, but look at all these stories. Men are unhinged.
Yes.
In every single one of them.
Yes.
My goodness me. Okay. I had been officially ghosted. Around 3 months later, it was the end of August and the new school year was starting. Before the first day with students, we always had a whole school meeting where we could catch up with one another after the holidays and meet all the new teachers that was starting with us that year. Yes, that's right. He was one of our new teachers. He was visibly flustered the first time we met. He was flustered the first time we met again. But I was in my element. It was my school, okay? These were my friends and my colleagues.
You come to my house. Yeah.
I had the upper hand.
Yeah.
Anyway, a few months later, we got drunk on Friday after work drinks and slept together again.
Why would you do that now? Now she's unhinged.
The plot twist.
Okay. She ghosted him.
Now, 5 years later, we are married and we have our first child.
Oh my God, I'm so happy for you.
Oh, I mean,
I mean, talk about women in male fields, first of all.
Yeah.
She was just kind of like, okay, I'm just gonna sleep with you again and not care about whatever, you know, those things that happened. Like she was thinking with her whatever. Parts, yes. So that's good for her. I don't know.
She had a scratch that needs to be scratched. Yes. But
What's with the ghost? I would never.
Getting married. It's wow.
I put it in my vows. I'd be like, and even though you ghosted me, I would never let that man live that down. Like, how dare you?
But okay. Once again, if he didn't come working at her school, they would never meet again.
No, exactly.
They would never get married.
Yeah, no. Yeah.
Because he ghosted her.
Yeah.
They never spoke again. He unmatched her. He was just desperate at that point.
What's his redeeming quality? Maybe
I don't know.
It could be his part.
I don't know, maybe.
It might be very good.
I don't know, but how did they get married? Okay, I can believe that they hooked up after, you know, seeing each other again. Happens.
Yeah, why not?
Happens to the best of us, but getting married, wow.
Yeah.
That's wild.
We don't know. He could have done some work on himself and apologized and said sorry at that time. Of course, we don't have. I'm giving him the benefit of the doubt.
The story doesn't give the details.
Yeah, but But I'm only giving him the benefit of the doubt because they're married now.
Yeah.
And I want to believe that she made the right decision. Wow. And they have a kid?
Yeah.
It must be something to do with his.
I don't know. I don't know. Big D energy.
I feel like no matter how good it is, I'm like, if you don't respect me, no.
No. I would never forgive
No.
that first disrespect.
No, exactly.
Ghosting, never replying.
Yeah, no.
Leaving.
Yeah.
Right after he got what he wanted, he left the apartment without saying goodbye.
Yeah, that's...
Never replied to the message.
And she said thank you, even.
Yeah.
Not a you're welcome.
Exactly.
No. Oh, no, thank you too.
Uh-huh.
It takes two to tango.
I don't know. Of course, we only have this little of the story, so we don't know like what kind of person he is,
but
she
you know
is.
what I was just thinking. Saying I can't even say it because it's so. I don't believe in my own sentence.
What?
Don't judge. Meanwhile, heavily judging. I mean, everybody who says that.
No, but yeah, I'm sorry. I'm forever grateful to these people who send us these stories, and it takes, you know, a level of vulnerability to write it down and send it to us for us to like to react.
Yeah.
But I'm like, ooh, girl.
Yeah, it also,
I did a lot of questionable choices. I was with an abusive person for like 6 years.
I married a man who told me he was 23 when he was 18. I think I've spoke about this before.
You see, like we had our both
But,
like
yeah. He's not 18 now, just to get that clear.
Yeah.
We're not in a... I was going to say we're not in a 10-year age gap relationship, but...
Okay, throwing stones in my garden, huh?
I think 10 years... No, I think 10 years is too much, sorry.
Yeah, but as long as everybody's
Consenting.
the ripe age.
Yeah, no, 18 is too young. 18 and 30 would be too young. You were not 18 when you met him. I met my partner when I was 23 and he was 18.
Yeah.
There was no difference. Neither of us had a developed frontal lobe.
Yeah.
I do now, and he will soon, because he's almost there.
He's almost there.
I'm just holding out, Nada. He's fine.
Yeah, any moment now.
He's coming to pick me up. Any moment now. Knock on the door. It's developed. I apologize for being a man.
Yeah.
No.
So, yeah, of course, we are all here to judge just a little bit, but it's life. We all make mistakes, and it just makes life more interesting. Whatever.
And then it's so fun to read these stories and judge them.
Exactly.
Yeah. So if you want more of them, you need to send them to us, or you need to tune in and watch us and listen to us so you can hear them.
Yeah.
Because I also feel like it's quite the dating scene in Hong Kong is so dry, like the Sahara Desert.
I think so.
It's even a wonder that we get any.
Exactly, because like look at me, I'm not getting any dating stories right now.
Which is why we need them.
I will live through you, through your stories.
But some more hopeful ones would also be good, just to prove to us that love is not dead.
Well, this last one was kind of hopeful. She was ghosted, then they hooked up, and now they're married. I'm sorry, I don't want to
But it's
ridicule
not juicy,
people.
is it?
Yeah.
It's like, me, I met this guy and he was the most wonderful person in the world and he treats me like a princess and now we're married. That would be boring. We'd be like, okay.
Thank you.
No.
Get out of here.
No, I'd be like,
Yeah.
yeah, happy for you. But
Yeah.
now let's move on to the next one.
I don't know. If you enjoyed this episode, please leave us a comment, give us like, whatever, thumbs up. And yeah, send us some stories. Ask your friends to send us some stories. Please, please, please,
Yeah,
please.
they don't have to be Hong Kong specific. These
Yeah,
ones, no.
yeah. These ones
These ones
were
are.
Hong Kong based, but
Yeah.
it can be just, around the world. Let's
Yeah.
be global,
Yeah.
globally minded.
Let's go international.
Ooh, yes. So happy Friday the 13th.
Yeah. Happy Pride.
Happy Pride Month.
Yeah.
And don't be so
Straight.
whatever.
Yeah.